Hello everyone, I'm back again. Oh man, it's like a big heavy burden off my shoulders getting this car to run last time I was here. As you can see, I got coolant here and I'm going to discuss that and some other things. So good to be back. As you can see, I got the coolant on the table over there. I didn't anticipate it to be so expensive. It's like almost like $20 a bottle, and I guess I need 11 quarts to fill the coolant system back up. I was hoping to get that, I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. It's like a little funnel that you put here, but it also seals this up and it has like a little bleeder hole in it and let the coolant bleed from this area. But I'm gonna have to do it the old school way, put the stuff in there and probably play with this bleeder nipple here and bleed the system. I want to try to do that. I was going to do the exhaust today, but I got to order those 2 gaskets that goes for here and here. I have the old remnants of the gasket on the exhaust that's in the shed, but you know, I figure if I want to reseal everything up and do things, I might as well do it the right way. Just that those gaskets are very expensive for some reason, but I happen to find them for $2 each, which is good, because if I go to like my typical spots like FCP or ECS or anything else like that, they charge like $18 just for one, and it's just a freaking gasket that goes between the exhaust manifold and the exhaust system. So I'm not trying to spend all that money on that. My objective is just to get this car back on the ground. Now just hear me out for a little bit. My intent was to keep the car on the bricks like this for now, because I found somebody on Facebook Marketplace who said they'll be able to do my wheels for me, as far as like refinish them and powder coat them. And I was like, hey, that's a good idea. You know, I can get them powder coated, get that done. The car's already up on jack stands and on bricks. I don't have to worry about jacking up the 4 corners. I still got to do the brakes, etc., etc. But then I started thinking, I was like, Michael, you know, when you're ready, money is already tight. You know what I'm saying? I'm already broke as it is. And on top of that, you know, I do want to still see the car get into gear. It can start, that's perfect, but I did put a manual transmission in. And I want to see the wheels move, and I want to be able to move the vehicle. So that's another thing of like doing a shakedown and testing, and I wanted to do that. Then also I said, Mike, you know, you need new tires. These tires from here don't look too bad, even though they do look gross and dirty, but they do have like a little bit of wear on them, and they're dry rotted, so they need to be changed. So I was like, you know what, it'll make more sense for me just to like get the bottom done with the exhaust and everything like that, put the car back on the ground, take it for a little quick test drive, maybe up the block and back down, and then when I'm ready to do the tires one time and take these old ones off and like get them done, and I got some money, then I get the powder coating done or paint them myself maybe, and then just take it from there. Because at the end of the day, I need to get it done, and I need to get these cars off this bricks. It shouldn't be like this, you know what I'm saying? It's easy to get in and out, but we moving forward now. I got to get it going. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? I gotta be smart about it. It could be weeks until I get the wheels off and get money to get this stuff done. You know what I mean? I don't got bread like that to be just throwing it at this vehicle. So yeah, so I'm gonna try to do the system, and might be 1 or 2 small little things, because I won't be able to do the exhaust today, and then take it from there. All right, so you guys bear with me, and I'll see you in a little bit.
Go, row, 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 row. I'm
Okay, so I sprung a leak. I was filling up the coolant, and it started to leak behind the engine. Now this hose, I don't know if you guys can see it all the way back here. I messed with it the last time. This is a long time ago when I was doing the hoses, and I had it on there. I thought it was tight enough, probably wasn't. So I checked the hose. The hose didn't seem like it had any splits in it or any holes in it. And I just cranked down on that on that whatever it's called, the hose clamp. It made it tight. I was gonna try to remove it from here as well and pull it all the way out to look at it, but it was giving me issues down here. And I noticed that once I started to crank on it and tight, the little drip was stopping. Now granted, it did drip a lot of coolant out on the floor, so it was kind of pouring out really fast, but I guess it wasn't tight enough. Plus the car is on an angle, but it shouldn't matter because that's how I would have parked the car on the hill. You know, it shouldn't leak anyway. But anyway, I'm gonna try to continue filling it up again. I did lose quite a bit of fluid. I still have another whole bottle and half of another one. I'm gonna try to put some more in there just to make sure it doesn't leak. I really do hope it doesn't leak, because I don't feel like having to go through the whole process of removing that hose or ordering it and doing that. The only issue, which I hope is not the case, that little extension that's at the back of the engine, I don't know if it was removable. I don't think it is. I don't think it was. I hope not, because if it is and it was leaking from that pipe as opposed from the hose, then we in big trouble, because I'm gonna have to pull the engine back out, and I'm not doing that, man. I am not doing that. So I don't think it's that, so thank God for that. But it is annoying. I'm sorry, I might not have even heard anything because I had my finger over the speaker, but it is annoying to have to deal with that. But anyway, like I said, I'm gonna try to put some more fluids in and see if it leaks. I'm praying that it doesn't leak, because I don't feel like dealing with it. Like I said, I cranked down on the hose clamp in the rear there, and I tightened this one up as well. So hopefully they won't let any like water seep through, or coolant, excuse me, seep through, and we should be good to go. I'll check back in with you guys in a few minutes. Okay, so far so good. I put the rest of that second bottle in. I don't see any drips or any leaks. Mind you, the car's not pressurized yet, so the engine is not running, so I'm hoping that when it is, there's no new leaks. But from where it was leaking before, and that's when I had it without pressure, it's not leaking there. So I'm looking in that spot, it looks dry. I don't see anything dripping out. I don't see anything dripping out over here, so that's a good sign. I was gonna put the rest in, but right now it's at a certain level and it's staying in there. I'm going to wait to do the rest until another time. I'm gonna wait till the car is actually leveled on the ground and not in this kind of like cocked angle, simply because it doesn't make sense to try to, you know, fill it up when the car is like leaning backwards. It's not going to bleed properly, and etc and etc. So I'm just going to leave that last bottle with the fluid in there and just let everything sit the way it is now. At least it got some stuff in the system, just to see if it, like, you know, circulates and do its thing. Obviously I might not get proper cooling temp, you know what I mean, but it is what it is for now. I'm just glad it's not leaking anymore. I'm still checking frantically to make sure I don't see any new drips, and I don't see any, which is good. I'm still looking. Let me just double check there. Yeah, I don't know if y'all, I know y'all can't see down there, but that hole's right over there and down there. There's no drips. If you look down there, all that was when it was leaking, so it probably leaked out good, you know, quart or so out. So anyway, I'm gonna button this back up. Obviously, you know, I gotta start the car again because I gotta hear it start. I'm trying to figure out what else I'm gonna do. Like I said, I was gonna try to do the exhaust, but unfortunately I couldn't get the manifold gasket. I was gonna do like your make my gasket type of thing, but I figured I came this far, I replaced so many little things, and I can get that stuff for $2. Might as well just get that ordered, so by the time I come back here sometime on the weekend, I'll have it ready. I still got to get some power cylinder fluid to fill that up, and then I'm gonna try to get it on the ground and see what's going on. All right, bear with me and we'll start it up together. All right, I'm gonna start it again. Hopefully it starts. Right? I hope so too. I mean, it should. I don't see why it should. That's because like the muffler is not connected. The muffler. So yeah, that's why. All right. So start. All right. So I'm done for today. It was a short video, short day today. I'm glad I addressed that leak. I put some more fluid in there. I did start the car a couple of times. Just double check, and it pulled the rest of the fluid in. It was idling a little rough, but I think because I had the airbox off and it had to readjust everything, it's fine. But I'm glad I figured out that leak. It's not leaking anymore. For the most part, at least I can't see it, which is good. So that's really good for me. And the next time I come here, I'm gonna put the exhaust on. Like I said, I'm probably gonna take off these brakes, just take it for a quick test ride, make sure I can move the car on its own power, and then I'll worry about the wheels and all that other stuff like that another time. It's not a big deal to jack the car back up and take it off. But thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and God bless.